So then, this year I'm pretty sure marks the 3rd year that the Retro Squad will have been in the Alton Towers lineup. And it got me thinking, how temporary are these attractions? Now, I should make it clear before this starts, this video's intention is not to throw criticism at either Alton Towers or the Retro Squad as part of the lineup. That is not what this video is for, so please don't misinterpret the intention of this content. Also, this is my opinion on what's happening with the Retro Squad or what could happen in future. There is in no suggestion that this is fact. There is also a very high chance you'll disagree with me. I don't blame you. I can often make wild and weird claims that never come to fruition. So then, the first thing I can see them doing with the Retro Squad is one which I'm not really hoping towards, and that is it staying as it is as current for the foreseeable future, in that every season we have these temporary rides stationed at Alton Towers for the season. Now, I'm not criticising these rides themselves, because I have to be honest, after actually getting the guts to go on an extreme because of Spin Jam being at the park, I found that I enjoy flat rides a lot more than I thought I did. And in terms of actually being an addition to the lineup, they're doing their job perfectly, and they are actually quite good rides. But yeah, them leaving them as is, and I don't mean making them permanent fixtures, I mean just maybe having one ride replaced each season and having temporary rides the entire way forwards with the park. Now, this isn't one I see them doing. I think the main reason that we've got the Retro Squad at the minute and will not have large investment in this aspect is mainly due to the amount of money Alton Towers is putting into other projects. Obviously, I'm referring to Nemesis being completely retracked, Project Horizon, the Cursor Manor just opening, and much more. I could see that this is a possibility of us just having the Retro Squad for many more years. The second possibility is one which may actually be worse than the first one, as that's just the Retro Squad going completely, because especially online, the Retro Squad gets quite a lot of criticism, and some of the points people make are very fair. People making the point that when you're in X Sector and you want to be in with the theme of the Smiler and Oblivion, hearing AC/DC and funfair announcements and all sorts isn't really matching in with the theme of the area, and it does distract from the theme. I'm not going to deny that, because it's a little bit distracting, so that is a good point, and there is a possibility that Alton Towers will just get rid of them completely, which I have to say I hope they don't do, unless they are hoping to replace this lineup, just because although I agree that it is a distracting thing to have in the park, it is helping with capacity. They are getting queues. Spin Jam seems to be getting like half an hour waits, which it's distracting guests. It's not a bad ride, and at least it's something else to ride, which is why, although yes, I agree that it's not the best having these at the park, for the time being, they are more than doing an adequate job, in my opinion. Now, the third possibility is one which, I'll be honest, is the one that I'm leaning towards the most, and I really hope is going to happen. Now, what I should say before this is I understand that this will not be happening anywhere near imminently, and I should make this very obvious before I say this possibility, that the park is spending a lot of money on other projects, so this is even further down the speculation route and is very highly unlikely, so don't take this as gospel at all. But I would love to see the park invest in permanent flat rides, and I think it would be something which the park is actually kind of missing. Unintentionally, I don't think they're doing this on purpose. I think it's just coincidence that a lot of flat rides from the park are being removed and not replaced with anything. But I do think that it is the flat ride selection at the park is dwindling, and permanent flat rides would work so well. Like the Extreme, obviously going by Spin Jam at the park, if they were able to get a permanent version of that, I think that would go down a storm. You could theme it, I don't know how you would, but sort of theme it around the Smiler, of like you've got the centerpiece of the Smiler queue line, you could have like the separate arms being separate elements to it and theme it in, because I think a themed in flat ride for the park would make all the world of difference, and I just think it could work really well. You could have a permanent flat ride down by where Rita is, by the entrance of 13. You could have one up where Funkenfly is, where Ripsaw used to be. You could have more flat rides there. Now, I do have to say, if this was even to happen, which is very a stretch of the imagination given that they're spending a lot of money as of current on other projects, but if it was to happen, I don't think we'd see many initially. I think we'd see one permanent flat ride and all of the Retro Squad go, because that budget's been spent on one permanent flat ride. But personally speaking, I think that's a very good thing. Although we'd have, in theory, less rides to go on, a permanent flat ride in the park is a step in the right direction. So it's something that I'm really hoping, I'll be honest, that in the future Towers will be investing in permanent flat rides, and hopefully that the Retro Squad was seen as a way of sort of seeing what the public's response is to flat rides being put in the park and seeing if they've got much demand, which from what I've seen, people seem to go on the Retro Squad and their temporary rides very much in their element. So I'm hoping that we are going to be seeing some permanent flat rides. So then, thank you for watching. I know this video was a bit out there, but it's just something that I was thinking about. What could we be seeing with the Retro Squad. Please do put what you think will be happening on this front of Flat Ride at Towers in the comments. I'd love to see it, because I'm very much aware that because I've got my mindset on, oh, we might see permanent flat rides come back and they might be investing in permanent flat rides. I'm very understanding that chances are I've had tunnel vision to that exact point happening and missed out many details that should have been. So please do put what your opinion is in the comments. I'd love to see it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.